my channel! Today I thought I would do an updated desk tour video for you guys since a lot of stuff has changed in the way I set up and organize my desk since the last time I shared it with you. And so yeah, I thought it'd be fun to do a quick walkthrough of how I organize my home office desk area. So as you can see, I have a corner desk, and this is my desk set is from IKEA. A lot of the furniture in my office is from IKEA, and so my desk is from the Expedit line. I believe they actually do still sell this. I think they discontinued it for a while, but they brought it back. The large desktop area that connects to a 4x4 set of Cubbies, and I love this desk. I've had it for about 6 years now, and it is still holding up wonderfully. I've taken it apart and put it back together a couple times from moving, and so yeah, it's still holding up great. I highly recommend this desk, and I just think it looks really cool. I love the Expedit line. It is now called, I believe, the Calyx line, but yeah, I love the Cubbies. I think it's such a fun way to organize your desk, and my desk chair is also from IKEA. I'm not sure what it's called off the top of my head, but I'll link it in the description box for you guys as well. And finally, all the little accessories such as the 2 drawers on the top of my desktop as well as the drawers in one of the Cubbies that I'll show you guys later are both from IKEA. But this is what the whole thing looks like, and now let's get a little closer so I can show you guys exactly how I organize my desk. Okay, so this is a close-up of my desktop, and as you can see, I have my MacBook Pro and an additional second monitor set up on my desk. As you guys know, I do work from home, and so I spend a ton of time on my computer at my desk throughout the day, and having the second screen really helps make work a lot smoother and faster, and I can also like put on, say, a YouTube video while I'm doing, photo editing on my, laptop. And I really like having this setup, but I am going to move these two out of the way so that I can give you a better look at what the rest of the desktop holds. Okay, so with the laptop and monitor out of the way, this is what's left. And the biggest change that I've made since I shared my last desk tour is the addition of these little Alex desktop drawers. And previously I had like a little standalone organizer and then a couple like of these little pails just kind of scattered about. But I really like being able to organize with this stand a lot better. It also allows my monitor to be raised slightly so I can see both screens at the same time. And it also just overall gives the desk a much cleaner, more put together feel, in my opinion. So starting with the drawers of this little stand, this one holds stuff that I do not need to access a whole bunch. Actually, I don't really have too much of an idea what is actually in here since I can't pull it all the way out. This stand was made for a slightly wider desktop, and so it doesn't quite fit perfectly. It overlaps a little bit into this cubby, so I can't pull the drawer out, but I don't really mind because of all the other functionality like that I mentioned. So basically this is kind of like a junk drawer for my desk. It holds things that I want to hold on to but I don't necessarily need easy access to, and things that I also don't really have a place for, or yeah. Like for example, I have a little like paper holder that you can like slide in papers while you're typing. It'll hold them up straight. I have a bunch of index cards. I just have a bunch of random stuff in there. This drawer, on the other hand, is one of my most used and most accessed drawers, and it holds a bunch of important stuff in here. So first of all, on the left, I have a couple hard drives that I use to, just store stuff on. As a YouTuber and blogger, I've accumulated quite the amount of digital storage between, video and picture files and different documents. So yeah, I have a ton of hard drives that you'll see all around my desk tour, but these are 2 of them. And then over here, I have some extra stuff for my vlogging camera. I have a little portable tripod thing, and then I have a little bag that I use when I travel with my vlogging camera. It fits everything I need perfectly in this little pouch which can then slip in my purse. And it also holds a couple extra batteries and like a little extra handle thing, and so yeah, I just keep that in there. And behind this stuff is less access stuff, but also, stuff I do want to keep kind of easily found. So in this big box, I have a whole bunch of electronics stuff, so looks like that inside. I have a ton of chargers, some headphones, an extra cable for I think a hard drive, a screen cleaner, and just a bunch of cords and cables and like little electronics accessories that I want to be able to, easily grab while I'm working throughout the day if I need it. And then I also have an extra iPhone charger in here that I just, hook up to my computer if I need to charge my phone throughout the day. I have this little box which has some a USB, some SD cards, and a bunch of extra digital, like tinier digital storage. And then back here is my super old point and shoot Samsung camera. And so that is what goes in that drawer. And like I said, this is the drawer that I access most frequently, and so it's nice to have all these things, right at hand as I'm working. And then I also really like having this middle area of the stand. And so this honestly mostly serves to kind of hide things off the desktop that I kind of need to have there, but I don't necessarily want seen. So I feed a lot of cables up under this thing and kind of tuck them back away so that they're not, you know, cluttering up my work area too much and, you know, being unsightly and stuff. And then I also just have a random notepad of like my weekly routine in there. And then this is my 3 terabyte hard drive that I back everything up to, so all my other hard drives back up to this guy. And then over here on this side, I got this little guy, which is full of paper clips and mini binder clips, which I showed to you in my last tour. I mostly use these for styling Instagram pictures, and occasionally I'll use them to like actually clip papers together, but mostly they're just here to look cute. And if you're curious, I got these little bins from the Martha Stewart line at Staples. The top of the stand is where I really focused on keeping things cute and functional. So while I did want it to look really nice and appealing, since I do spend a majority of my time here, I wanted it to, you know, look pretty, but I also didn't want to clutter it up with unnecessary clutter. I wanted it to still be functional and to hold things that I actually wanted, you know, to be able to easily reach throughout the day while I'm working. So this is one of my favorite parts of my desk. I actually think it's really cute and I love how it turned out. This little mint tray is from the Target dollar spot section, and in it I have a little various, some pails and these tiny little bowls that are also all from Target. And they just hold a bunch of different things. These two hold a ton of different pens, everything I could need, you know, throughout the day. And yeah, basically that's where I hold all the pens that I ever use are in there. And up here I just have a ton of large binder clips. In here I have a bunch of different little mini page flag things that I use to jot down quick notes to myself or mark, you know, a page in my planner or something like that. And then this last one has a bunch of paper clips and binder clips that again I use for organization. These are my more, you know, functional paper clips and binder clips and stuff like that, as opposed to those ones which are just cute and decorative. I don't know why I feel the need to distinguish between the two, but I do, so just bear with me. And then right here I have my blue snowball microphone, which I will use if I'm filming a video that needs a voiceover. And then I have these adorable little, these are actually like for the kitchen, they're from Anthropologie, and they're little measuring cups. So this is a little quarter cup, and they're made to look like little cupcake tin or cupcake liners. And Melissa and I got this from Melissa's cousin for our engagement party, and I am just absolutely in love with them. I think they're the cutest thing ever. And so I keep them here, one, just because they're adorable, and two, I use them occasionally to kind of like sort different things if I'm in the middle of a project and I need to, like, you know, section different things out. So they're not just cute, they're also useful. And back over on this side is much more decorative based, but it also does have some, you know, functional aspects to it. So the first thing here is a framed picture of my fiance and I on the night that we got engaged. And then back here I have my little Anthropologie monogram mug with a bunch of different pens. These are mostly, for the most part, they're pens that I don't actually use. They're just decorative and pretty, and I use for like styling Instagram pictures and such. But I do also have the 4 writing utensils that I use every single day. So that would be a 4-color High-Tech C Colito pen, a random pencil from the Target dollar spot, just so I have a pencil, a Pilot Acro ball, and then my current all-time favorite pen that I use for absolutely everything now is the Pilot Juice pen in .38 tip, and it's just in plain black. And so then behind the picture I have this pink box that Melissa got me as a gift a while ago, and in it is a ton of post-it notes and stuff that are honestly kind of like reserved backup post-it notes, because I am currently working through a major stash of them. I have way too many, and so I'm trying to get rid of some before I pull these out, and you'll see the ones I'm trying to work through currently in a drawer that I'll show you in a bit. And on top is a bunch of different little decorative things. I have a little My Little Pony pop figure just because I think it's the cutest thing, and I used to love My Little Pony when I was little, and so I don't know, I just think it's really cute. And then I have a little bobblehead turtle that Melissa and I got on our vacation to Mexico this past summer. And then just a little pig that I think I found stashed away somewhere and I thought was cute, so I put it on my desk. And then finally on this side I have this adorable mint lamp from Target that I am absolutely obsessed with. I love it. I think it goes so perfectly with like the look I'm trying to go for my desk, and I was so excited when I finally got it. And then back here I have a little pouch that has, I think, some mini gel pens in it. And it's just a cute little vinyl pouch that Melissa got me, and I thought it was cute, so I put it on my desk. I find that I really like adding cutesy little, just because they're cute items on my desk, really kind of helps cheer things up and make it, you know, a fun area and not just like a work. Okay, and then up on the back wall at the back of my desk, I have a nice little gallery wall that I put up. And it just has a bunch of different like happy, motivating little, you know, quotes and prints and stuff in there. And I've actually been meaning to kind of switch some of them out because some of them are quite old. Like I've had that framed for like years and years. I'm just kind of tired of it. But yeah, so again, having stuff that makes me, you know, like happy when I see it really helps make this space, you know, nice to work in. And then this frame, it just absolutely drives me crazy. I cannot get it to stay straight to save my life, but it is what it is. And below there, I have a little like hook thing that I think is supposed to hang keys, but I hang all my decorative paper clips on there. And I absolutely love paper clips. They're one of my few like planner decorative accessory things that I truly really like, and so as you can see I have quite a few of them. Some shops were so super sweet and sent a bunch of them to me, and I absolutely love every single one of them. I also have a couple of hooks hung up on my wall to hang my 2 sets of headphones, and I just think it looks really cute there, and I was looking for a place to store my headphones and I decided to try that, and I really like how it looks. Okay, and so that finishes up my desktop, and now we can move on over to the cubbies that are attached to the left of my desk and where I store the majority of the items that I need to access while I'm working. Okay, I'm going to start you way up at the top of the cubbies and just kind of give you a quick little peek at what I have up there right now. For the longest time, this was just the biggest disaster of my desk, and it had absolutely no, like, you know, design or organization or like whatsoever. It was just a mess, and it just had junk sitting up there. So this go around, I really wanted to try and focus on making it at least look a little more presentable, even if it isn't the final, you know, way that I want it set up. So for now, I have a little like pen storage cubby that I got at Michael's up there, and in it you can see stored just a bunch of extra, you know, pens and pencils and highlighters and just a bunch of writing utensils up at the top, and then in the middle is still kind of a mess. I just kind of holding a bunch of extra little organizers and stuff. And then the drawers, I believe one holds a bunch of different types of adhesives, and then the other one has some like printer ink in it. And in front of that you see a little wooden M that I used to have all the letters of my name, but I just recently got rid of all of them except the M. I thought it was cute, and so I wanted to keep that one. And over to the left, I just have some magazines that I've collected throughout the years. I recently did a huge purge of magazines and only kept the ones that I really truly wanted to keep. And then there's just a couple little decorative candle holders and a martini glass I painted a while ago with a bunch of ribbons. Just kind of random junk. But honestly, this is the best that it has looked in like probably the entire time that I've owned this desk. I've never really known what to do with it. But let's move on to what is actually in the cubbies. I'm going to start you kind of up at the top left and then move our way over and down to show you what is in each cubby. Okay, so in this first cubby on the left, I have a bunch of like kind of unused planners and mini binders just kind of set up looking cute and waiting for a purpose. So they're all currently empty and just kind of, you know, waiting as backup if I, you know, think of a need for a planner or a binder or something, and instead of having to go buy a new one, I just have a couple in reserve that I can pull off the shelf immediately and put to use. And then I also have the second Young House Love book up here that I think I might actually move downstairs to put with, like, you know, in the living room with all the other actual books, but for now it's here. So this is from the Martha Stewart line. This is a Foxy Fix notebook. This is a little mini We Are Memory Keepers Project Life album. This is just a mini binder from Staples. These 3 are from the Target Dollar Spot. And then in the back is just kind of storage. And so these serve as kind of a pretty blockade to, you know, hide the more messy storage stuff. Pretty much the main thing that's behind here is empty Studio Calico Project Life kit boxes that because I used to subscribe, and they were really nice and magnetic, and you actually saw it in the second drawer I showed you on my desktop that stores all of my like hard drives and extra electronic stuff. They're really nice magnetic closure boxes, and so I use them for storage, and I keep the extra currently empty ones behind here. And then in this cubby, it's pretty much the most empty cubby currently. I just redid it and organized it so that it looked a lot better than it previously did. The whole top section actually just recently got reorganized. But in the way back, I have a framed save the date for me and my fiance's wedding, which I think just looks super cute. I was really looking forward to framing one of those and getting it on display, and I love how it turned out. And then I have this little mint file sorter that I got from the Target Dollar Spot, and this is currently empty, but I'm planning on using it for sorting and organizing things that need to be done and things that need to be filed. And so just to have a place to kind of put all the papers that I don't have time to maybe currently deal with, but that, you know, need to be dealt with, I have a place to put them instead of just making piles on my desk. And then up here I just have a couple little decorative spoons that are also from our engagement party, and they say love you and love you more, and they're just cute little silver spoons, and I wanted a nice little place to display them, and so I put them on this cubby. These two back cubbies are my more like kind of crafty area, and so this one is for planner stamping, and this basket holds all of my Studio L2E stamps. I was lucky enough to be on their first ever creative team, and so I amassed quite a bit of their stamps, and I absolutely could not recommend them highly enough. I love the quality and the design of these stamps. They are by far my favorite planner stamps ever. And then below here, I have a bunch of my little Versa Magic Dewdrop inks in a little like organizer from IKEA, which I believe is a tea bag organizer, if I'm not incorrect. I get asked about that a lot, but honestly I'm not quite sure. All I know is I got it from IKEA. And then back here I have another little mint organizer from the Target Dollar Spot, and this one holds a bunch of my washi tapes. And then over in the back I have my 1 terabyte hard drive, which I use as like long-term storage for final video files and like blog post edited pictures and stuff like that that I've already posted, and so I want to keep a copy of, but I don't, you know, necessarily need regular access to. And behind it is a little mug that holds my cable for my microphone and the, you know, USB cable to connect my hard drive to my computer. Okay, moving on to the second row of cubbies, we have my wedding cubby and my like miscellaneous notebook cubby. So this one obviously stores all the stuff I need to kind of organize and plan my wedding, just to have everything in one place and to keep it all organized for the next, you know, year while I'm planning my wedding. So over here I have my huge The Knot Ultimate Wedding Planner and Organizer, which I absolutely love. And I have, you know, a ton of wedding magazines, and honestly, being able to buy wedding magazines as kind of an impulse buy while shopping was one of the things that I was most excited about being engaged for. Like, I don't know why, but like growing up as a little girl, that's what I always thought was so exciting, is that you can actually finally buy the pretty wedding magazines when you're engaged. So I have a ton of those. And then I also have the pen that Melissa proposed to me with in there. You can see more about that in my I'm Engaged video on my channel. And then I also have a little Mrs. and Mrs. It was a box for a ring dish from Crate & Barrel, and I just thought it was really, really nice that they actually had a Mrs. and Mrs. item, and so I wanted to, you know, keep that. And plus it's just a cute little box. And so yeah, I have that kind of displayed. I have a little bride stress ball thing, a couple little decorative engagement rings, and then I have Kate Spade mint passport holder that Melissa got for me. And for one, it matches our wedding colors because we're gonna do mint and gold and white and gray. But yeah, so it goes with the theme. And I also kind of want to use it as kind of like a little notebook for on-the-go note jotting maybe, but I haven't started using it yet, but it's there for now. And then I have my little wedding kind of, I want to say scrapbook, but it's just kind of something that I've been using to jot down ideas and being able to kind of like sketch things out and make lists and just kind of like whatever I need it to be. And I think it'll be a really fun memory keeper in the future to look back on, kind of my process for planning the wedding. And then I have a little portfolio and a planner and a little organizer in here that is from Sugar Paper for Target, and this is what I plan to take for meetings with vendors to kind of hold everything in there and keep papers and stuff organized. And then I have my little sample stationery like kit from Minted that they send to you completely free, so if you're a bride, I would definitely recommend checking that out because they send you a ton of samples just for free. And then I have the Everything wedding book, which honestly I've had before we were even engaged. I think before Melissa and I were even dating, because I used to want to be a wedding planner, and so I'm pretty sure that's what that's from. So I figured I finally am engaged and I could, you know, read it for my own wedding, even though it's like a decade old. And then in the back there's just kind of some printouts that I've had to like, you know, keep things organized and just random papers and such. Okay, so moving on to the next cubby, it's just basically a catch-all notebook book cubby. So, yeah, just basically a bunch of empty notebooks, some that I kind of am using as just like random notes and scratch paper. I have another little We Are Memory Keepers album. I have my Pride and Prejudice book that I just think is gorgeous and I'm slowly making my way through. And I have the Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. I have my iPad, a couple clipboards, and just kind of random stuff. And then here I have a little acrylic organizer that I got from the Target Dollar Spot, and it also holds my Kate Spade bow paper clips, some gold binder clips, and more cute little binder clips, and just, yeah. this is just kind of my random cubby for stuff. Okay, and sorry about the weird angle, but this is the best I can do. But onto the two cubbies, they're actually connected to like where my desktop is. And this is my planner cubby, and this is the one that I access most regularly, obviously, because it has my planners in it. So I wanted it to be, you know, right next to my workspace and like super easy to just reach over and grab whatever planner I need while I'm working. And so yeah, that's why I put them here. And quickly going from left to right, I have my blog planner, my blog and Etsy life planner, my new life planner for 2017, my old life planner for 2016, my Kiki planner, my bullet journal, my Etsy planner, my daily journal, my gratitude journal, my ideas journal, and then my Etsy orders binder. So, that being said, I'm sure you're thinking, wow, this girl's crazy. And so, well, yeah, that is a lot of planners. Not all of them are currently in regular everyday use. So, for example, I haven't touched this blog planner or this Etsy planner in, I mean, maybe even a year. So I pretty much stopped using them. They need to be revamped, reorganized. But yeah, for now they're just sitting there. And also, like I said, these life planners, obviously I'm not using them at the same time because one's for 2017, one's for 2016, and even the 2016 one I haven't been using for a couple of months. So yeah, while these are all different planners, I don't use them all at the same time. Currently, I'm pretty much mostly just using the Kiki planner and the bullet journal in, you know, for everyday regular organization. And then I also have my just regular journal, and then yeah, that's pretty much the 3 books on that shelf that I really do use, so you don't think that I'm like over the top crazy. But yeah, and then I just have this little, I think it's like a condiment dish that was on clearance at Crate & Barrel, but I use it as kind of a little organizer catch-all thing for my desk. So it just has a bunch of little like random stuff in here. I have a little like pig that I use to hold up my phone. I have like a bookmark in here, just a bunch of random stuff. And then over in the back cubby, this is really rarely accessed stuff. So this holds things like planners that are really not being used anymore. It also has coloring books, which are more accessible since they're, you know, in this little area that I can still pull stuff out from. So yeah, there's coloring books, and then there's old planners that I really don't use anymore, but I want to, you know, hold on to in case I decide to start using them for something else again in the future. But obviously I store them way back there because I can't pull them out because of the new stand that I put into my desk. And so far I really haven't found that to be a problem. I haven't needed to pull them out at all since I put in the stand. So yeah, that's worked out really nicely. Okay, next up in this cubby I installed the like little set of 2 drawers that IKEA makes for their Calyx and Expedit systems. And I really love the added extra functionality that these have, you know, allowed since I installed them. I was a little nervous I wouldn't like them, but I totally love them and definitely don't regret it at all. So in the top drawer is where I store like a lot of actual like office supplies. So pretty much all along this side is all the post-it notes I was telling you guys about earlier. I have a ton and it's ridiculous. And so I'm slowly trying to work through my stash, and once I do, I'll pull some more out from that box on top of my desk and, you know, restock it from here instead of buying new ones, so I can kind of get things down to a more manageable amount. And then in here I have a ton of page flags, again way more than I need, and so I am, you know, not buying any more until I work my way through at least some of these packs. Back here I just have like a little random pen holder that honestly doesn't have anything in it right now, I don't believe, but it kind of serves to kind of fill that space to keep everything in here where it is so that it doesn't shift around, and so it stays nice and organized like this all the time. Back here I have a bunch of Target Dollar Spot like little notepads, the like, you know, long skinny ones, and on top I have a couple pairs of scissors also from the Target Dollar Spot. I have a bunch of staples, I have some tape, and then I have a nice big thing of Vaseline, which I use on my cuticles to keep them nice and soft, and I apply that every morning as I watch some YouTube videos, so that's why I keep it at my desk. I also have some hand lotion that I can apply throughout the day if my hands are feeling extra dry. I have an eraser, some little like stress sensory therapy stuff if I'm feeling particularly overworked, a couple little like beauty things like chapsticks, some nail files, lip balm, and I have these little like finger massagers because sitting at a desk staring at a computer all day can really hurt your like neck and shoulders, and so these are kind of nice if my shoulders start to hurt throughout the day. I can give myself a little mini massage. So that's what's in that drawer. And then below in the second drawer is a bunch of stuff that I use for the Merrit Elizabeth shop. And so I have like my postal scale, I have a bunch of business cards, my little freebie sticker sheets, a calculator, and then like my little scraper tool that I use with my silhouette most often. And that finishes up that cubby. Okay, and I'm going to kind of go through the last couple cubbies pretty quick because they are mostly used for storage, and so yeah, I don't really access them all that frequently. The first one that you see right here has all of my like Project Life and scrapbooking albums, and I used to do Project Life weekly, but I recently stopped, and so they're mostly just there as storage, and obviously I want to keep them so I can look back on the memories, but I don't really use them all that often anymore, so they kind of just are stored there. And then in the cubby next over, this one right there, that is my planner storage cubby. And so those are all sorts of old planners. I've kept planners, I mean, going back to like elementary school, and I do not throw them away. I think they are an excellent memory keeper, and so I keep every single one of my planners, and that's where I keep them. So I have planners going all the way back to elementary school, which I think is really super fun to kind of look back on and see what I thought was important to like plan and organize back then. But yeah, and then the last cubby in this row right there has a ton of old just notebooks from college mostly. They're like all 8.5 by 11 college ruled notebooks, and I essentially have a lifetime supply of lined paper. And then down on the very last row of cubbies, I have the first 3 filled with file boxes, and they're just again storage. So I have one for like business stuff, so for my Etsy shop, for the blog, and for YouTube, any sort of like paper records I need to keep, I store in those. And then I also have one for personal stuff, for like, you know, bills and just, you know, files. And then the very last cubby all the way in the way back has all sorts of, again, storage. It's mostly office supplies. I have some manila folders and like hanging file folders to kind of restock my file boxes. That's where I store some extra kind of notebooks and things that didn't fit anywhere else. I have my laptop sleeve for when I travel, and that pretty much finishes things up. I hope you enjoyed my updated desk tour and got some good ideas for organizing your own desk at home. Like I said, I've been meaning to film this video for you guys for quite a while, and so I'm so excited to finally have it up for you, and I hope you really enjoyed getting a peek through where I keep everything and how I kind of keep myself organized in my desk for, you know, working from home, and also, you know, keeping myself motivated and excited to work every day at the same, you know, desk, and so it doesn't get boring or repetitive, and so I stay motivated. I hope you could get a little bit of motivation from this video, and if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I'd love to have you stick around here, so be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I think that's it for now, so I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!